Things must be pretty good in North Carolina. After all, the state legislature there has time to take on some of life's most important issues, including, and we're not making this up, this is actually in the North Carolina state legislature, an act to prohibit awards and youth recreation activities of 3 government-based solely on participation. No, seriously. Okay, so this is the deal. North Carolina Republican senators put forth a bill to stop coaches from giving players participation trophies. We asked all 3 of these gentlemen if they could join us. They declined. Can't imagine why. Ian Samuel is here, though, former Supreme Court clerk and resident. I guess every problem in North Carolina has been solved. We should all move there.
Yeah, apparently so. I guess these guys just didn't want their on balance participation trophy for showing up. But it actually sort of illustrates the problem. One of the main problems that, I have a 4-year-old son. One of the main problems in youth sports actually is not that too many children are being rewarded for participation, but actually that we have declining levels of youth participation in team sports. And maybe this makes me somewhat old fashioned, although I would have thought that would be okay in North Carolina of all places. But I actually think that there is a great virtue in team sports, especially for children who are growing up, even if they're not going to be, as most of them won't be, they're not going to end up as pro athletes or anything. But it does teach you something about service to others, how to work with other people, about putting ideals like a team ahead of yourself. And actually, could plausibly connect to some of the problems you were just discussing with your last guest about, the epidemic of youth violence and things like that in the United States. These are all interesting challenges and good problems to be working on. I don't know if over-rewarding participation in youth sports is the most important thing going on in Durham, but I guess these 3 gentlemen, they're so busy handling that they can't even come explain it themselves.
You gave us a great idea, though. I think we might now have to start handing out participation trophies, participation coffee mugs, some
challenge coins, on-balance challenge coins.
Okay. All right. Well, these are all things in the suggestion box. This is what I can't figure out. And look, you and I may be on the other side of this. Maybe not. GOP national issues, banning books in school, transgender women in sports, abortion, election fraud, busing migrants, social media attacks. I see Republicans, I feel almost falling into this trap, right? Is that because they want to win the culture war so badly, that now you take the parties of small government and suddenly at a national level, they want to mandate how everyday Americans live their lives. We're here about fairness. We call balls and strikes on both sides. I don't get how they want to have it both ways.
Yeah, it's an interesting contrast, isn't it? And in fairness, what I think small government has really always mostly meant to the Republican Party in the United States is small government in the sense of lower tax rates and less regulation of businesses. I think it has always been true, ever since, at least since the 1980s with Ronald Reagan, that on these kind of culture war questions, things like, abortion is another big one, obviously, where the conservative position in the United States has always been in favor of, making the government restricting abortion, for example. I think that it is true, though, that as United States politics become increasingly centered on these culture war issues because nobody really believes or is even really trying to solve the economic breadbasket type problems that are actually facing people. When all politics is fought at the level of culture war, live and let live is just not a compelling philosophy. You want to see your enemies crushed and driven before you, right? And so that's why you can see them giving into this temptation because, you want to fire up the base, right? And you can't fire up the base and let those weirdos be.
It's the only way to do it. Well, here's the deal. If any of the 3 would like to come on, they will get a participation trophy. You deserve something more. We're going to work on your gift at some point for being here and enlightening us all the time. Ian, good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.